This is my song, this is my jam. This is my song, this is my jam.
It's the midweek drop, yeah.
This is my song, this is my jam. This is my song.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another midweek drop where we keep everything nice, chilled, and kosher. Talking about things that are happening either within social media, within our environments, or something that we've picked up from the episodes that would have dropped. So as usual, I've got my co-host,
Nino Brown, in the building.
I got my other co-host,
Of course, Marlow's here.
and then ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we love to have guests. So if you want to be a guest, please feel free to drop a DM and we'll invite you to come to one of our sessions.
Just like I did.
Oh yeah. And what's your name, miss?
Nozipho.
Fantastic. So we got Nozipho, Marlow, and Nino Brown joining us on this one. And I'm going to dive straight into it. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed that there is a new trend. This apparently is from TikTok, from what I've seen. And it's, what do you mean he drained the life out of you, right? So I've just sent you guys a group of pictures. I want you to go into the group and have a look at what I sent you. Look at picture number 1. And Nino, describe what you see in picture number 1. What do you see? Tell me what you see in picture number 1.
Why did you come to me first?
Because
bro?
I know you're dangerous. Do you know what? Nino is like a naughty child.
Oh my God.
Nino is a naughty child. You tell him not to do something.
He does exactly
What?
that.
He does exactly.
Oh, my
So I
goodness.
came your way first because I suspect you've looked at all the pictures already.
I did look at
He's already scrolled.
Obvious.
That's
Obvious.
the first one.
I
Is he
scrolled.
there?
Obvious.
Yo, I scrolled.
So,
my bad.
right. Describe the first picture to me.
So basically, there's a young woman
Yeah.
who sat on a balcony. It looks like it looks like Greece.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And there's a caption that says, "What do you mean it drained the life
yeah.
out of you?"
Right. If you're to describe it, she's slim, she's slender, right?
Yeah.
Look
On
at-
point.
On point. Now look at the next picture.
She looks like what do you call them? Like what do they call them?
This is a model, man.
Insta hotties, I think they call
Yeah.
them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say a name that was gonna get us cancelled. Yeah, Insta hotties is fine. Now look at the next picture.
Yo.
That is the same person.
No,
In
it's
no
not.
way.
I swear.
It's not.
No
it's not.
way.
I swear. That's why the trend is trending, because they're saying, "What do you mean he drained the life out of you?" So she's gained weight,
Yeah.
and she looks. Well, you can tell it's the
Babies,
same
work.
person, but
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak. You see, I think she's added babies and work to that equation. But me, as the expert of these things, that is what heartbreaks look. So she's gained. But hold that thought. Let's move over to picture number 3. Again, what do you mean he drained the life out of you? Nozipho, describe that woman to us, please, for those that can't see. Describe exactly what you see.
Proper gym body.
Proper gym body, right?
Yeah.
Nice bums, all of that. What?
Perfect
right?
bums.
Now move to the next picture.
Is that the same person?
That is the
That's
same.
not the
No,
same
it's
person.
Guys.
No, it's not.
No.
Guys, I think what you're doing is
No.
underestimating what Mjolo
No,
can do
we're
to you.
not. We're not.
No.
But look at that. Look at that behind, right? That is a perfectly shaped behind. That
Right.
is beautiful.
Yes.
But she had something for the exercise to work with. This one was born with little to none.
You see? Nino
It's
Brown.
all-
Nino Brown,
it's all
you're speechless, right?
I'm speechless.
Okay, now let's move to picture number 5. Again, did you see what's happening? Marlow, do you want to describe what you're looking at now?
Yeah. No. This one's got. Yeah. She looks amazing. Love the body. She's full. Yeah. Healthy looking.
Now
Good,
look at
good.
what Mjolo did on the next one.
No.
Yo.
Oh my God.
This is not the same person.
Oh my
You
God.
know. Hey,
No, but this is not the same person.
What do you mean it's not the same
She looks
person?
very unwell.
she looks very unwell, isn't
yeah,
it?
that is not the same person.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I just highlight to you that the reason why I want us to sit down here is just for us to fully appreciate the extent to which Mjolo can change your life in many ways. Emotionally, psychologically,
can you
financially,
explain
spiritually.
what that means? Because I'm sure there's people that are listening that don't know what Mjolo is.
Okay, so Mjolo basically is just choosing to play just I don't know.
Relationships.
Your relationships. Just taking that bold
Relationships.
step to say that you want to get into a relationship with someone, whether you're a guy or a girl. Right? And when things go well, for the best part, people
You look healthy.
they look healthy. Some people put on weight. Some people don't put on weight. But then when shit hits the fence, and this is what I wanted us to talk about.
Oh, this is extreme.
Yeah, these are, you call them extremes, but boy, it depends on how badly you've been yiswat by.
Okay,
But by Mjolo.
so for guys who can't see, it's saying, you got like size 34 to a size 22.
Yeah.
This is like from size maybe 16 or 18 to a 10.
To a 10. Or an 8.
An 8.
She really looks like an 8 over there.
Yeah.
So I was looking at this trend, and I just wanted to talk to you guys and find out whether you've been in a situation that has actually changed your weight. Jolo situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Nino.
I confess.
Okay.
I do confess.
Go for it.
Yeah, obviously, I went through a very messy divorce. I've been with someone for over 20 years.
Wow.
And, in that length of time, your lives are intertwined in more ways than one. Number one, obviously, being children. So being separated and going through that whole process, it really messed me up. I couldn't eat. I had no appetite for months. And I'm a big guy, And people that saw me when I had lost the weight, they couldn't believe it. I lost a lot of weight. A lot. Obviously, I've regained the weight now, right?
So what's changed now? So what's happening with you now?
I'm in another relationship.
Julie's still good now, aspiring.
It's a way of
No,
life, I
good.
tell you.
Life is good.
And when you see yourself having gained just a little too much, you just need a bit of stress.
Yes.
So
Need a bit of
There's nothing like stress to help you lose some weight.
So you say people were looking at you and they were saying, "Yo, you've changed." Do you know there's a weight loss that's got a glow to it because maybe you're eating better, you're becoming more active, you're in the
absolutely.
gym, etc., etc.
Jolo leaves you white.
And now this weight loss that you're describing,
Leaves you white.
it leaves you white.
I look sick, bro.
And for some reason, it spares the eyes.
So what in sizes? What are we talking? How?
Yeah.
Yo,
How
honestly,
drastic a change was it?
honestly, I was like a size, like waist, maybe like a 42. I went down to 28.
What? You are joking.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're not laughing. We're
not laughing.
We're just.
Do you know what you've just done there? You've literally taken me back to the time that I was in my mid-20s. That's the only time I can remember that I was between the size 26 and the size 28.
Bro, you were skinny.
I was, you've seen my
Yeah,
pictures.
you were
I was
lanky and-
very skinny.
So you were that.
You know what? It was so bad that the belts that I had to add an extra hole. And then I added an extra hole. These guys are laughing at me.
We shouldn't be laughing. I mean, it's not funny, but
It's not. But some things like this, when you reflect back, you can only laugh because there's no point of being sorrowful. But that's hectic.
Oh, okay. So can we safely say that when you are going through, when you were going through a really difficult situation with your relationship, food wasn't your friend?
Nah, you have no appetite.
You
I had no appetite at all.
So what was it that was consuming your appetite? Was it your mind? Was it your thoughts?
Do you know what? Unless you've been through it, it's difficult to describe it. But honestly, you don't eat. The nights are broken because you don't sleep well. You're waking up in the middle of the night. And as I say, when you're intertwined with an individual in that way, everything reminds you of that person.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like what?
Everything. I mean, the kids remind you of that person.
Oh yeah.
The friends you have, and this is the sinister part, right? In breakups or divorces, friends are now choosing which side. Who do we align with? You know, and a lot of them didn't align with me. And the few people that did talk to me would always be telling me about what she's up to.
Were you the
And I
cause of
didn't
the
appreciate
breakup?
it. Sorry?
Were you the cause?
No. Oh, absolutely not. Honestly, it was not me. I mean, without going into too much detail,
Yeah.
I was not the cause.
Yeah. So, do you know, it's interesting that you say that because one, what it sounds like from a distance is that you have the loss of that, really long-term relationship with this person. But now you're also dealing with the loss of a connection of friends, or at least people who you identified as friends. So you're really dealing with a double whammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It redefines the community.
absolutely. But this is the weird thing, like my brothers-in-law. Up till today, we still talk.
Yeah.
If I ever go to America, I go and I stay with my brother-in-law. Even though I've got other family in America, I'll stay with my brother-in-law. You know what I mean? My nieces, my nephews, they still call me uncle. My nieces and nephews from my ex-wife's side.
Yeah.
They still call me uncle to this day. But that's how intertwined we were. Or we are.
Were you aware you were losing weight? I think that's the more important question. Or in your mind, you were still the same weight?
No, I knew I was losing weight, but I didn't realize the degree that I was losing weight. It was more, I mean, obviously I wasn't looking at myself, but people that saw me or people that hadn't seen me in a while and then saw me were like, yo.
When people were seeing you losing, were they telling you that or they told you way later to say, oh,
No, they would tell
lost,
me.
or they'll tell you?
They'll tell me.
And were you taking that as a compliment, or because weight loss is really difficult?
Honestly, I didn't really pay too much attention to it because at that time as well, my focus wasn't even on what people were saying. It was on this messy situation that I was in.
Yeah, okay, so your focus was really on dealing with this mental situation, what it was doing to you.
Yeah.
Nozipho, have you found yourself in a situation where you've either gained or lost weight because of Umjolo?
Almost lost my mind because of Mjolo.
Okay.
I think it's happened more than once for me. And I just feel it's something that I've incorporated into life going forth. I think I'm in a really happy place right now. But I almost know that when this, if it should come to an end, comes to an end, it's weight loss. Like, I'm going to lose weight.
She's on the train for weight loss.
It's weight loss.
I know what happens. And, it's the ashy skin. My skin is ashy. My eyes pop. My collarbone is exposed. Everything. Like, it just happens quick. It happens so quickly for me. But I think it's also just allowing life to happen. I don't think we want to get into relationships and leave relationships the same. It's okay to get into a relationship and embrace what happens when that goes away. Because would I have it any other way? No. It's life. It happens.
Well, we're talking about weight here. Would you have what any other weight? The weight loss? Because remember, our conversation is primarily just about weight. And you've given me the sense
It
so
helps.
far.
Okay.
that
On the
you
funny
lose
side,
weight,
right now I actually think I need something to stress me out. I need something. Like,
You need some motivation.
Work with me.
Stress me out a little bit.
Do something. Because I've gained a lot of weight. And I know it's because emotionally,
You're
I'm alright.
comfortable. You're happy.
just try me just once.
So for you, similar to Nino's situation,
Weight loss.
It's weight loss is what happens
Quick.
to you when you're dealing with, and what is it about food that is so unattractive when you're dealing with something mentally? Is it that you deliberately say I'm not going to eat, or you just find yourself not eating? You're not thinking about food.
I just think you're unable to eat.
I
When
think
you're
also that,
stressing.
the stress hormones
Yes.
suppress that feeling of hunger.
Right, got it.
And then the mental activity, I think, is another thing.
Yeah.
Reliving situations, what happened, what could have gone wrong. I think a lot of that contributes to weight loss.
Marlow, when you've dealt with a hard situation, did you gain or lose weight?
I listen to these guys. They're talking about how hormones suppress things. Mine is opposite.
You're the opposite. What?
Mine says, "Where's a biscuit? Where's a chocolate?" Oh my goodness! I was completely the opposite.
Yeah.
When I think during a difficult breakup, it was it was almost like my mind would say, we have to look good so that they feel the pain, right? So we have to lose weight and go to the gym. But my everyday was, I'll do the gym later. I'll go find food. I ate.
So comfort eating.
Comfort eating. I ate like 3 full meals a day, and in between I ate. If I wake up at night and I'm crying with a biscuit on my hand.
That's crazy.
Like why cry alone? And then this thing about, I think what for me was a mental thing.
Yeah.
Ever seen movies where if a girl breaks up with a guy, the girlfriends come round with wine and popcorn, ice cream,
Yeah.
right? I think I grew up like that. So mentally it was like, if I'm breaking up, then I must have my girls around with ice cream. And then it just became a thing that ice cream was there. If I'm breaking up, ice cream is there, and it's ice cream and wine and whatever it is, I'm eating. And then later on, then I realized, I've gained.
I've actually heard that about food, to say that foods like ice cream and all of that actually,
comfort.
release, what do they call it?
It's dopamine.
Dopamine and endorphins get triggered and all of that. So I ain't no psychologist or whatever, and neuro what? What are those people?
Neurologist now.
Neurologist, to say that, this is what you're doing to make yourself feel better and feel at peace. But it sounds like it works.
It worked.
And that explains the very first picture that we saw. The lady on the balcony looked really trim and slim. And then in the after, where she says, look at what he did, it's a different story.
And you also don't have the motivation. I think for me, that was the thing. There's no motivation to eat healthy. My motivation, it's almost like if in a relationship we used to cook together, we used to go to the gym together, we used to eat together, and you're gone. I don't have the motivation. It's almost like my mind just shuts down and says, where am I looking good for? So for that moment in time, I'm just eating because it's almost like I'm cleansing you,
On a side note, it's also important for people that are in relationships or even marriages. When your partner, excuse me, who's not been looking after himself or herself, all of a sudden starts hitting the gym, starts dressing nice, starts smelling good,
Well, why?
you should be questioning why.
Yeah. Now I'm going to bring it my way. I'm going to ask you guys to grab your phones, because I think this is best illustrated with images. And boy, am I happy that the feelers do not see any of this. Because if they did, bruh. So I've just sent you...
Your way.
Yeah, you're in a relationship.
I was in a relationship.
Your way. Yo.
That was what I looked like when I was in a relationship at that time.
For those that cannot see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to be fair, if you guys want to describe, I don't know which one of those looks the worst.
This one when the mouth is open.
That's the one.
That's the same one we have.
That's the one.
The question is, why was your mouth open?
I was gasping for air.
Then the others,
That actually tells a story. So, at that point, I was obviously jollering, and I was jollering comfortably and nicely. And because I need to share these across 2 different networks, I'm going to send the next one to Nozipho, but I'll ask you not to open it just up until I've sent to the other guys.
Yo, Tinto, this is hectic, man.
Yeah, it's hectic, right?
I mean, it's almost like you were double your size.
Easily. And I'll come to those sizes in a second. Okay, so that was Mjolo time. Everything is going kosher. Everything is fine and dandy. And then the breakup came knocking on my door. And these next 2 pictures are what that breakup did to me.
Yo.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
extra small right there.
It actually is an extra small. Like no joke, Nino Brown. That is an extra small t-shirt that I have.
You dropped in sizes.
By a lot.
How long did this take?
I don't know if I want to get into that detail. It happened way too fast for my liking. You know, because the intensity of what I was dealing with. So for those who don't see the pictures, yes, I went from big to small. Well, to extra small. I remember being on the scales at some point. The heaviest, when you're saying I had my mouth open, I was a good 87 kgs, which is the heaviest I've ever been. 87 kilos. And then the one that I've shown you with the black t-shirt, which I think really shows the profile of what I looked like.
Yeah.
I was 72 kilos. So
Just from that one episode of Mjol.
Yeah, from one episode of Mjol. One episode of Mjol. So how many kilos is that?
Tinto,
Like 15 kgs?
Wait, Tinto. You know what? Do you know what this I'm reminded of? Nino. Like, Tinto used to have this grey jean. Grey like jean.
Piss off. Right? You two piss right off. Okay,
let me tell you what this grey jean used to do.
Yeah.
It's like, you think it's a size up, you shouldn't be wearing it, right? But then he's got this belt on that's holding the jean to his waist, right? And you're like, what? But it's almost like he needs the side of it tied up together like this, right?
Yeah.
To hold it in place. But but the belt is also too big. It just doesn't work.
I love how you guys see the funny side of this because
Have you still got those jeans?
yeah, and you know they fit perfectly now.
They're different now.
Wow.
Yeah, they're a really good fit.
Yeah.
So for me, yes, weight loss is definitely the direction that my body takes.
But you're not eating as well. Does it disconnection to food as well? Or
I did not want. Well, it's not that I didn't want to see food. I didn't think about food.
Yeah.
Because that particular situation that I was in made me realize that my mind actually has the potential of consuming more than I have interest in consuming food. So I would wake up in the morning, and as soon as I wake up, I'm thinking about what the situation is and thinking about how I need to navigate the situation and thinking about the various different possibilities that the outcome of this situation could be, and I had no answers.
and you forgot about it. Food just wouldn't be in your.
And a tin of baked beans is not going to give me anything. If anything, a tin of baked beans would be good to take out on spill and spend my time trying to count the beans for a distraction instead of trying to put them inside my own mind. That's how intense it became.
Yeah.
And I remember this particular period where I was in the bed for a day and a half. So for an entire day and a half, did not open the windows, did not open the curtains, did not get out of bed unless I needed to go do a wee, which I didn't do many of because I wasn't consuming any liquids, and wouldn't do a poo because I had nothing to shit. So it was easy to spend a day and a half in bed. The only thing that got me out of bed that day was my best friend raising an alarm saying, I am actually worried about you, dude. Get off your ass. Go and make some toast.
Yo.
And I went to make some toast, and get what happened to the first slice of toast.
Threw it up.
It burnt to a crisp. Because again, the mind is not focusing on what's happening in the environment. So the first toast burned to a crisp, and then she insisted on being on video call until I did the actual toast, put butter, put whatever sprays I had, and I ate it. And I had cramps. Because the body, I think, had not consumed enough for it to do its things normally, and they cramps. So food was by far not my best friend at all. So now when you look at those pictures and you're saying this is not the same person, I see how it can be the same person.
Yeah.
And Nozipho there just a second ago was saying that weight loss chows everything except the eyes. So you got your eyes sticking out and you're looking scary. Right? But one of the positive things about weight loss and things, in fact, let me add to this. I visited a pair of my friends the other day who witnessed a significant part of this breakup. And I remember visiting them once or twice just to have a conversation, to chill out with them. And for the first time, they owned up and they said, "Hey man, bro, you were looking."
You're looking sick.
They didn't say you were looking sick. They said you were looking rough. And the way they said rough.
Oh my goodness.
And the thing is, I know they listen to this podcast and they
They're
know
gonna laugh.
exactly who they are and what they described me as. They're like, "You are looking rough." And to be honest, and which is why Nino Brown, when I was talking to you earlier and asking whether you were aware that you were losing weight, I was oblivious to my weight loss.
You didn't see it.
I was oblivious, which is why you make fun of the jeans that I was wearing, because in my head they're still a perfect fit. And I would wear them in the same way as
They
if
were
they were.
not. But if they're perfect now, you can see the difference now, can you? When you look back.
I not only see the difference, I feel
You
the
feel the
difference.
difference.
I absolutely feel the difference. I've got peace of mind. I've got a very healthy relationship with food. In fact, it's so healthy that I get to choose whether I want to have greasy food or I want to have healthy food. I have that choice. My brain can process that. I go to bed peacefully. I've got nice long hours. I love bright sunshine. I can't remember the last time that I felt that I needed to be in bed for longer than is necessary.
It's very, it's very different. You stayed in bed for a day and a half, just not and you forget about eating. Whereas with me, I wouldn't stay in bed that long.
You're out and about.
I'm out eating. It's people react so differently to breakups.
Yeah.
And you just never know which side of the scale you're gonna go.
you're gonna
There's
end
some
up, yeah.
people will put it out there that the people do not react to it like that.
Mm-hmm.
They go through other challenges, which is not food related. I guess this one's about food. I would eat. I would not spend a moment away from food.
But what I think was important for me to have a discussion with you guys about this is there are genuinely people out there who I think feel like they're alone in their weight loss when they're dealing with Mjolo.
Yeah.
Or they're alone in their weight gain when they're dealing with Mjolo. I mean, just in this
Yeah.
room with the four of us, three of us, okay, are leaning towards weight loss. But Marlow, we have you leaning towards weight gain because it gives you, a stimulation. It makes you feel
Yeah.
good about whatever you're dealing with temporarily.
Yeah.
So
And there's others just like Marlow.
yeah, and there's others. I mean, we saw it even in the pictures that we started with. The very first lady put on weight.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people do we know who say, "I just can't stop eating," and then you then find out that they were in a depressive state
Yeah. Yeah.
and that they were dealing with a lot of stuff. So, a key takeaway, I guess, from us on this episode is just to say, whatever relationship you have with food when you're dealing with a really difficult time with Mjolo is not uncommon to you. And if you needed a word to give you some reassurance, whether you're upping your numbers on the scale or your numbers are going low on the scale, it's I can't say it's okay, but it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you need support, get the support of your friends. Just be open about it. And then if you were oblivious to your weight loss like Nino and I were, I mean, for goodness sake, I was really oblivious to it. I was still wearing my shorts. Nino, you actually made fun of my legs once upon a time. now that I remember,
I wouldn't be surprised.
you did. You made fun of my legs, But there's, and if you are that friend who's noticing the difference, do your friend a favor and give them notice, but do it with kindness.
Yeah.
Because again, notifying somebody that, hey, bro, you're losing weight, and they know what they're dealing with, and they haven't opened up, especially for us as men.
Yeah.
That could actually make things worse.
But sometimes you also need to shock them into the reality that, you know what, stop.
Yeah.
Stop, start eating. I remember a friend of mine said, Sunga mehlo. And that's what it was.
Well, what does that mean?
Wamaziso.
You're just eyes.
It's a balance.
I think for people that are listening to this podcast and they're going through a breakup, it's about having that self-awareness, because obviously we're talking about this now. So it's a seed that's been planted, right? It's having that self-awareness. And when you're in that situation, you're not eating for pleasure. You're eating for fuel.
Yep.
So tell yourself, even if you don't want to eat, just force yourself to have even just a little bit, because that is your fuel.
Yeah.
And if you're in a depressive state, just that bit of fuel may actually help to better your mood and how you feel at the time.
Yep, 100%.
But this is preparation that happens now when you're okay. To remind yourself how to react when you're in crisis.
Why are you assuming that every relationship is going to move in that direction? Let's be positive,
it does.
guys.
No, it does. Because you know what? For one, it's for some it's death. For some, like every relationship comes to an end.
Oh yeah, you're
Even
right.
the good relationships, you know, it could be in a healthy space. It's going to come to an end. But when you get to that point, how are you going to be kind to yourself?
Oh yeah.
How will you take care of yourself? You could be in a loving relationship. Boom, accident, death.
Yeah, you're right.
It could be old age. It could be anything. But all good things will come to an end. And we still need to have an active solution of how we're going to take care of ourselves when we get there.
That's a word. That's a word, Nozipho. I'm going to close this out by showing you guys the current image. So please look at your devices. You will see what the current state of affairs is for your host. Nino, you're free to react.
I say nothing, bro.
I won't call you gay. It's all right.
Don't jealous me.
Don't jealous me. I won't call you gay.
I say nothing.
Nozipho, what you saying, blood? What you saying? You've seen the picture.
She's zooming in.
Yeah, I can see.
She can't believe it.
Right?
Can't believe the abs.
So that's what happens when you strike a balance, guys. I pray for continued peace in my life.
Hey, I wish
because
the
what
Philas-
this looks
I
like.
wish the Philas could have seen this. Philas.
Well, now you guys have been an awesome crew. Thank you very much. And you guys have been listening to another chilled and kosher midweek drop. I'm your host Tinto and
Nino Brown.
and
Nozipho.
and
Marlow over here.
we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.